Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got our first of the big three AAA fighting games, Street Fighter 6, with Mortal Kombat 1 eyeing a September release and Tekken 8 releasing, whenever really, next year. The big question is, how does Street Fighter 6 stack against the inevitable competition? Well, let's find out. Street Fighter 6's story is located within the game's World Tour mode. Here you can create a custom avatar and have them explore the world of Metro City. You can encounter random NPCs on the street and challenge them to a fight. You can also interact with the main cast of playable characters like Luke and Chun-Li and master their combat styles. I will say I was really confused when I entered World Tour for the first time. I'm used to the cinematic campaigns that Mortal Kombat specializes in, no matter how shitty they might be. So this was a new experience for me. And honestly, it's pretty cool. I will say part of it just feels like an extra way to customize your avatar, but it's got some nice mechanics here and there. Reading all the text messages the characters will send you can be entertaining. I love finding random middle-aged women in the street, challenging them to a duel and kicking their ass. And it isn't a bad game mode, far from that. I actually kinda had fun with it. I don't have much to say about this game mode as it might end up becoming my least played, but it's a fun novelty. Just not enough for me to personally be invested. I would probably be more invested if I was a long-term fan of Street Fighter. Street Fighter 6 is a traditional 2D fighter. The main combat system revolves around the new drive gauge mechanic. This is a mechanic that rewards the player for creativity, allowing you to mix up moves such as parries, overdrive and focus attacks, drive impacts, etc. This game also introduces the classic and modern control schemes. Classic is the average control scheme most fighting games have. Modern is aimed towards newcomer players and brings all abilities to a single button with one directional input. The game is also split into two game modes apart from World Tour, Battle Hub and Fighting Ground. Battle Hub will let you join an online server and mingle with other players. You can enter the center of the hub to challenge other players with your custom avatar. You can also challenge other players in casual or ranked matches. Fighting Ground is a mostly local mode containing training and arcade modes and another way to play online matches. If I'm being completely honest, this is the most newcomer friendly fighting game I've ever played. It's not just welcoming to people new to Street Fighter like myself, it appeals to people who are new to the entire genre. The modern control scheme provides a nice way for newcomers to get a feel for how fighting games work, and if they ever feel comfortable, they can easily switch to Classic. I also do like the drive gauge system quite a bit. Like I said, it rewards creativity and provides a good offense as well as defense. Unrelated, but another thing I like is how there's esports-like commentary you can enable during matches.
Impact squash goes to the air. Only a little bit of drive and life left. A fireball at that range? Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
The Battle Hub is also a pretty cool way to engage in online matches that isn't just navigating through menus. You get to train before going into a match and also spectate other matches. You're provided with more ways to customize your avatar, and it's here where you can fight other players with your avatars. If I'm being honest, my only suggestion would be to lock matchmaking between classic and classic controls and modern to give both sides an even playing ground. Overall, I've had a surprisingly really fun time with this game, and the game very much has an identity of its own, with each character having a really unique and creative set of abilities down to their critical arts.
Our destiny.
My secret art gets got. Witness my full might. No mercy, no remorse.
Locked on. Continuing mission. Take my life. Take my
Sure, I'll probably spend more time on Mortal Kombat 1 and vote for that game for best fighting game, but I'll still play the shit out of Street Fighter 6. No, fucking hell, dude! Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking... How did I get him to win? One of my biggest worries earlier this year, if you've seen my Wo Long Fallen Dynasty video, is that game companies seem to be getting really comfortable with releasing janky products with shitty PC performance and writing half-assed apologies on Twitter. Ever since that video, we got The Last of Us Part 1, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Redfall, and The Lord of the Rings Gollum. I hate that modern AAA companies think they can just get away with shit like this. It's a never-ending cycle. And don't even get me started on that paramythical concept called file compression.
Please, please just hear me out, please.
I'm glad that Capcom hasn't succumbed to the sinister pattern and actually released a working game at launch. Twice. I've barely had any issues with crashing or freezing, and I've honestly had better performance here than I did in Wo Long, and the performance there was great. I had a couple of crashes here and there, but that's to be expected at this point, and I'd take a few crashes over the game being unplayable. And I'm praying that Lies of P and Mortal Kombat 1 especially have great PC performance. Hey guys, sorry to get off topic, but Lies of P got a playable demo after Summer Game Fest on June 8th, and the performance there has been great. Expect me to make a review of it in September or October. However, that and Mortal Kombat 1 released on the same day, and I'll prioritize the latter. I do, however, have one major complaint, mostly pertaining to the microtransaction side of things. I'm not against the idea of games inherently having microtransactions, otherwise I wouldn't have spent over $1,500 in Warframe and God knows how much on Fortnite.
Mr. Fortnite, you have solved my cool temple puzzle. My awesome smaller son will now hit the gritty just for you.
My problem is, why does the fully priced fighting game have a battle pass? Multiversus had the excuse of being free to play, though I'm not sure if it's still going to have one when it returns next year. Also, COD has the excuse of being a shooter game with a whole other free-to-play game attached to it. This game is already going to get DLC characters for its season pass, so what else are they going to add aside from simple skins and avatar gear? I also don't like AAA games having a premium currency, but it is unfortunately a common thing in video games now. So sure, I don't like it, but I just have to accept it as a norm going forward, especially with confirmed premium currency in Mortal Kombat 1. Alright, edit, the first season just started, and the battle pass doesn't look pretty. I get that it's only $5 and FOMO isn't a good thing, but seriously? Photo borders, device wallpapers, and the avatar cosmetics aren't even that good. And I'm hoping the later seasons at least give us something unique. It doesn't even have to be a naked Marisa skin. If they really wanted to add cosmetics like this to the game, they could have just done ranked seasons like the Combat League in Mortal Kombat 11. There you would just play ranked matches, and the higher you tier, the better cosmetics you get. And the cosmetics were actually pretty cool. That'll be a good way to reward players that are actually good at the game, while also having DLC skin packs that casual players can buy and have fun with. And that's the end of the review. I do honestly believe this is one of the best 2D fighters out there, especially from a newcomer standpoint. Sure, it's got its issues and OP characters, like a certain someone, but the game is very much in a polished and content-filled state, and it definitely feels like it'll find a fitting home in the FGC. If this game at all interests you, it's available on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. There are 3 different versions of the game available: Standard, Deluxe, and Ultimate. The Standard Edition just comes with the base game and costs $60. The Deluxe Edition costs $85 and comes with the base game as well as the Year 1 Character Pass, which contains 4 upcoming DLC characters, their alternate colors, and 4,200 drive tickets. The Ultimate Edition costs $105 and comes with the base game and the Year 1 Ultimate Pass. This pass also contains the DLC characters and colors, but also comes with each character's alternate costumes, 2 bonus stages, and 7,700 drive tickets. In case you were wondering, the 4 characters coming to the pass are Rashid, releasing this summer, Aki, releasing in the fall, Ed, releasing in the winter, and Akuma, releasing in spring 2024. Before I end the video, I just want to say that I am really close to finishing the script for my Hi-Fi Rush video. I might add the DLC to the video, but it's also mainly going to be 2 game modes, so I'm not sure. I also might not be able to make a Final Fantasy 16 review as I don't have a PS5 and won't be able to afford one until long after the game releases. Also, if you didn't see, because of the 2 content ID claims on the video, I've recently released a video of my friends and I playing through The Quarry. When the Steam Summer Sale rolls around and if the Devil May's on sale, we'll buy that and play it. And if we want to, we'll also play through Directive 8020 whenever that releases. Alright, see ya.
I said, take your fucking clothes off!
Take your clothes
What's
off!
going on? Get the fuck away from him!
I said take your clothes off!
Your underwear, I want to see it off.